watching all your videos, and when that light came to me, I could even understand that what is happening. Then after that, I started rejecting everything. And I just went, wherever I went, I told people that these are all false things, I don't want to do this, I'm not coming. Whenever my friends called for something, I told no, I'm not coming. So even I tried to be like that, just doing nothing. And even when I went somewhere, I did nothing. But then
see, when you are being called by the truth, you must always remember that there will be something deep within you which will resist the change. Be cautious of that. One way to resist the change is to allow superficial change. Let's take an example. You are saying when your friends call, then you say, no, these things are false. How are they still able to call you? We want to change the doing and maintain the doer. We want to modify the friendship, yet remain the person who was friends. How can you be the same person your erstwhile friends feel free to call if you are really transforming? Then they would either transform along with you or they would simply go away. But this kind of a situation where you manage your old friend circle, where you retain your old friend circle, and you want them to understand your new position, is just an attempt at a compromise. You see, we have people here, let's say Deveshji. He has a certain friend circle. Now he has chanced upon something new. But he wants to also parallelly retain the old. So he seeks out a way, a compromise. He says, I will try to take this new to the old while maintaining my old relationships with them. So he tries bringing people along with him here. Is that not also what you are trying to do? No, please understand.
Yeah, I understood what, but
you are trying to relate to those same old people in a new way, in a different way.
No, actually, I think I was not able to give a proper impression to you about my question. I didn't mention that. I know very well that what they are doing, and I am not interested about what.
You are interested. You see, even in this question, what are you talking about? Your friends. So you are interested. Have you dropped them?
No, they have stopped calling me anywhere.
The question is, are you not carrying with them with you into this room? Here we are talking. You have come from such a long distance to meet me. And what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So have you not brought them along with you here? Where is the question of dropping? First of all, acknowledge that while you are trying to come close to me, still you are carrying the old baggage. And you are coming here and mentioning that. Had that been dropped, how could you have talked about it? That would have become so unimportant. You would have said, who wants to talk about that anymore? But that is still important to you. So I'll return to that. So you bring your old baggage, and what happens to that? Once you bring the old baggage, it does not want to return. Now you are suffering in a conflict. That old baggage will remain old. It does not want to come. Sometimes they even come and go back from here. They give their numbers, and here is Anu who would call them up. And they give such original and delightful replies. This is just your attempt at getting the new and yet maintaining the old. With the new, the old would either turn into the new or will have to go away. And if it is not turning into the new, then it will keep you too old. Please understand this. You are moving towards the new. And now there can be no carrying of the old. Either the old will change along with you or it will prevent you from changing. So you too will remain a captive of the past. And you will keep suffering. Nobody suffers more than somebody who is in this position. The truth is calling, yet you are not prepared to give up the past. And the past is not coming along with you to the truth. Now you are suffering. And one suffers very, very badly in such a situation. Please be smart enough. Please be intelligent. See that this is an impossible situation. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
And first of all, acknowledge that the problem is not with your friends, but with you. The time will come when it has to come. You cannot decide that. If you want to remain filled, then you will find out ways to remain filled. The ways would be A. Connect to the old in a new avatar. Here is my new avatar. Now talk to me. They will not talk to you. They know somebody else. And they will demand that you remain that old one. They will say, you remain the old one. How dare you transform? That is A. B. If you lose them, then you will try to fill the mind with something else. Yeah. That something else would be something of the old, the past. But all of these are simply attempts at blocking transformation. In real transformation, one gets the courage to live without support. Alright, for a long time it is possible that I may have nothing and nobody to live with. No persons and no thoughts either. Nothing really to latch on to. Nothing really to use as a crutch. Yet I will live. Do you know what will happen next? Whenever somebody tries this thing, there is only one end of the story possible. The story goes somewhat like this. I started coming here, going to the truth in whatever way. Anybody can be the agent. I started going to the truth. My loved one didn't come along with me. I am trying my best to bring my loved one to this end. The loved one does not want to come. There is only one end to this story now. The loved one will take you away. Because in your attempt to bring the loved one to this place, you are only displaying that the old attraction, the old bondage is still there. Otherwise, why would you put so much of effort in trying to bring the person here? If you have known that the old was false, then the false should immediately drop. Now the action cannot be as per the old attachment. Of course, you may still bring the other person along with you, but that bringing will not be the bringing of the old friend to this place. It is not the old husband who will bring the old wife to this place. Now you are bringing her here as her doctor. You are not saying, darling, come along. We are going there as husband and wife. Do you understand this? Many of this try this. And whosoever is trying this does not know that he is, even with all his good intentions, moving towards his own destruction. Through the transformed man, the entire world transforms. But not this way, but not through effort, just through his presence. And if your presence is not enough, your efforts would never suffice.
Then what should be done then to have that faith to approach?
See, when you are saying what should be done, you are again asking for something to fill you up. If I say no need to do anything, you are in a particular situation, live in that. Then you don't like this, right? Because you are still used to the old you who was constantly filled up. There is no need. Enjoy the emptiness. Enjoy the lightness. There was this taxi driver that I knew. He used to ply between Allahabad and Rewa. It's a place in MP. And there are those jeeps there. That jeep carries no less than 20 people. 20 people who are visible plus a few more who cannot be seen. They emerge later on from the petrol tank, from the silencer, from various other places. Any place that has a cavity. So they enter that place and hide. So he used to drive that jeep. You have the commander jeeps there, Mahindra Commander. And he would drive it sitting outside the jeep. So, on the driver's seat, 3 passengers would be sitting in front of the steering. In front of the steering, there are 3 passengers, and he is hanging outside. So that is the kind of, you must have seen these kind of things. So once I booked the entire taxi, I said nothing doing. I want to go to Allahabad. And I don't want this crowd. I am booking your entire jeep. At least half a dozen times, he almost collided with somebody en route. And he was driving in great discomfort. It was as if he does not know how to drive. Now I had seen his artistic driving, the whole aerobatics, the agility before. So I said, you are so comfortable like a skillful master when there are so many people in the jeep, and right now there is nobody but you and me, and it seems you are a novice. He said, I cannot tolerate this lightness. This jeep is simply not the jeep that I drive. Right now, you see, if I am driving in 4th gear, it is feeling like 4th gear. Otherwise, even if I drive in 4th, it is like 1st. Usually I drive in no other gear other than the 1st. So it is feeling so light that I cannot manage it. This is what happens with you. You have been driving a crowded jeep all your life. You have been suffering, but you have become used to it. Now when the jeep is suddenly vacated, when you are given a more natural and more comfortable position, then you are shaken up. What is happening? What is happening? I don't really have to fight with the steering to turn the vehicle. Right now I can just use a finger and the vehicle is turning. Otherwise I really have to sit on it and ask two other people for help. Come on, we need to take a turn. Happens, right? Husband and wife fight. Wife goes away. And now the husband is totally distraught. Her presence used to fill the house up. Now it is looking so vacant. I asked, fill up exactly in what way? He said she would abuse, scream, yell, cry. The house was always vibrating with her presence. There was not a second when there was quietness. Something was falling. Somebody was jumping out of the window. Something was always happening. It was so nice. Even when I would be out, my phone would constantly be reminding her of her presence. This message, that picture. And now there is nothing. Lightness is scary to the one who is habituated to carrying things. But persist. After a while, you will discover that you are missing out on something. That your newfound lightness is indeed your nature. There is no other way. You will have to learn to live alone. Scary, beyond smiling. This aloneness is not a state of unfulfilled desire. This aloneness is when things are so alright that you don't feel like desiring. Yes? So can the friends now go back to wherever you came from? Send them back. And my videos are not meant to be used for shady purposes. I will put a disclaimer now. Not to be used as a remedy for loneliness.
Why is this escapist tendency and everything? If I can see that I have it, how do I get myself out of it?
If you have this tendency, use it. Escape away from escaping. Escape from what? What are you running away from? If you'll pay attention to what you're running away from and see that whenever you run away, you are carrying it with you, then you will see the stupidity of the effort. We are not stupid people, right? Deep within we are all intelligent. So when we see the stupidity gets dropped. Nobody likes to be stupid. That's simple. Can you run away from the t-shirt that you are wearing? Huh? Seriously. The t-shirt here at the back says I am a fool. You think I'm a fool, so I'll run away. Now will running away make you any wiser? I am a fool is still printed on your backside. Spirituality is about giving up the t-shirt that says, I am a fool. That's why it is called childlike nudity. Give up your t-shirts or whatever else you are wearing. This is not symbolic. Come on, not everything stands for something else. Now you know why everybody here was so intent upon taking away your coat. The coat is just the beginning, and it has nothing to do with noise. See, he was wearing a jacket a while back. There is no jacket now.